Starting. Hi, I am Dorcas Whitecap, and you have reached the Callantyr internal decision meeting. Today is Monday, November the 27th. Let's introduce ourselves. I just introduced myself. I am Dorcas. I am Internal Submissions Herald. Gottfried, will you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. I am Gottfried von Schwaben. I am Sacred Herald, or also External Submissions Herald for Callantyr.
Mistress Brigida, how about you?
Hi, I'm Brigida von München. I am Purple Falcon, which is the emergency deputy for Callantyr, the submissions herald, or the principal herald, and I'm also the archivist.
Good for
and
you.
I'm through the queues. Yay!
Yay! And Herveus, welcome to our esteemed guest. Introduce yourself, please.
I am Herveus Darmond, Morceless Herald, etc.
Okay. Is anybody able to keep an eye on the Book of Faces? No, we're not broadcasting over there. We're broadcasting on YouTube. That was going to be my next question. We usually have somebody watching the YouTube broadcast.
I can try.
Yeah,
Okay.
it tends to overload my ancient and cryptic electronic altar here.
All right.
Considering I got my brand new laptop a couple weeks ago, I'm probably the best chance at it.
Okay. Excellent. So we are looking at the Callantyr internal letter dated October 28th, 2017. Gottfried said he had a little difficulty getting to the letter by the link that I sent.
Worked for me.
Okay, good. October 28th, 2017. That's us. Gottfried said he had a little difficulty getting to the letter by the link that I sent.
Worked for me.
Okay, Brigida, you're going to have to mute the YouTube. 2017.
Lag.
There. Yeah,
Lag.
there was lag.
Have
Brigida, can you still hear?
no.
Brigida.
Did I get it?
There was some lag. We were hearing the YouTube broadcast.
Yes,
So-
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, it's all good. So just keep an eye on the comments is really all we need to be paying attention to.
Sorry, first time I've done this, so.
I've never done it at all, so I really appreciate you taking it on.
I don't see any blood, so I would say there's no foul.
Yeah.
NBA rules.
Excellent.
All right, then. So without further ado, if everybody can see the letter, let us jump in. Oh, I have my windows open because it's a really nice day and a loud motorcycle just drove by my house. So, sorry. Okay, item number 1. Annika de Rochen, new name. Gottfried and I were talking about this a little bit
Yes.
before. He said that he was able to document Rauscher as an Übernamen in Brechenmacher. So that means that we should be able to add the article D. Anybody else have anything to add?
And it even pushes the well, not that it matters because we got the given name out to 1616, but it pushes the by name out to 1335 even. So.
Oh, since we're mixing Swedish and German, is that within 300 years there? I can't math right now.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, 1616. There we go. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so the notes, Gottfried already gave me the information that's going to go in the notes, and we're going to add this little extra documentation and forward it to Laurel.
Give me half a second just before we move on, even though I know it's. Let me.
Uh-huh.
I had
Nothing.
an apostrophe. if I can get to the right letter. Okay.
An apostrophe? What are you
Yes.
looking for?
Maybe if I can find Annika close enough in Sosin, then we don't really give a rat's patoot
Oh, well, there's
about
that.
300 years. And
Well, I
Nope.
tell you what, I'm
Nope.
just gonna.
never mind.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
All right.
no, it jumps right over. So
Okay, but it's easily within 300 years.
yes,
Okay. So, okay. Next, item number 2. We have Dana Tartare, name and device. First, her name. Dana is her legal mundane name, but hooray! It's also an Italian name, dated to 1312. And Tartare, dated to 14th century, also. So,
yeah,
same
docs check.
century.
I think it's good.
That's
Docs check.
All right.
story looks good.
No comments about anything to think about. Okay. The device.
Okay.
Or a unicorn's head cooped, and on a chief purpure 3 mullets or.
I can't recall the latest and greatest ruling, but I think, catch me if I'm wrong, I think we've gone to a unicorn slash unicornate. Horse's head is no longer an SFPP, but good. Is that correct?
I don't know.
It's got a beard, so
Yeah,
that's
this is a
an
goat.
important thing. I mean, this is not in your face a horse's head. It's got the beard that
Got
you
it.
expect. And if you could see that as a goat's head, sort of, kind of.
Hey, look at the goat's snout, because horses' noses are a lot longer and bigger.
That's
The head.
that's a fine unicorn's head,
Okay.
and it's cooped nicely.
No, I got no. It's beautiful. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have to annotate anything as to registerability.
Make people come up with the idea all by themselves, so we can mock them.
I love that.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
Do I believe in baiting commenters from time to time? It's great sport if you do it well. Definitely.
All right. Shall we move along?
Yes.
All right.
Item number 3, Barony of Forgotten Sea, a new order name and a badge to go with it. So starting with the order name, there have been some comments suggesting that this would be Order of the Foresters if it were registerable at all. Magnus von Lübeck, his example of the Order of the Minstrels that was in fact returned. Do we have anything else to add in support? Because honestly, I'm willing to just send it up and let Pelican tell us.
I don't think you have a basis to return it in Kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Let us note that Order of the Scholar of Antir is presently being pondered. I think it's it's somewhere in the. I think it's being discussed at greater length post decision meeting about whether it's too generic. And I'm not sure where that's coming out, but I suspect that Forrester is
equally generic, and that was kind of an issue that I was afraid might come up.
I would not. I would not return it at this level on that. I mean, there's enough inclarity, and does adding the locative of Forgotten Sea, does that rectify the problem? Because there's reasonable argument that does, and the question is not necessarily settled, but so I would.
That's something I had not thought about, where because the reason why Of Forgotten Sea was in there is because there's already a Forrester house.
Right.
Okay.
And if nothing else, that would clear any conflict because of
right,
that.
and there is a conflict, and it does clear a conflict.
Right.
However, adding Of Forgotten Sea helps the name, the order name, as to stand by itself.
Yes.
Correct.
It's not clear that there is an actual issue there that on that regard, but the conflict issue definitely needs addressed, and that addresses it, and may also finesse a different question.
Okay.
Great.
But there's I'm privy to discussions, and I haven't said anything that breaks that. None of the parts that I have spoken of, involve revealing information that is still under seal, if you will.
Yeah.
But it may be germane to this going down the road, and
All right, we will forward this to Laurel Level. We will forward it without comment. I'm not sure there's really anything any need to summarize the comments by Magnus, cogent and polite as they are. Let's just. I'm going to say we're going to forward this.
Right, and you can be reasonably confident that someone will likely raise the issue. Hopefully in commentary where it can be discussed, and not at the Pelican meeting where it hasn't been discussed yet.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing I might allude to, though, is a possible conflict with Order of the Foresters, but this clears it. I mean, it kind of hand waves.
House. Right. There's a Forester house, and this clears any.
Or House Forester.
Right.
It's actually House Forester.
Okay.
I know the guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that I've seen him in years, but I recognize the name.
Davi just joined us. Hello, Davi.
Hey.
Hello.
Except his picture is frozen. No, there, his picture. It moved.
This happens every time I try to join one of these things. It always kicks me off.
Well, we can hear you just fine. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Davi. I am the Bat-Lure Herald for the Kingdom, and I've also done. I've been the Whitehawk Herald twice.
Okay. All right. Well, we have moved down to item 3, the badge for the Order of the Forester of Forgotten Sea. Do we have any comments about the badge?
Love the badge. The only question I have, and this is from a completely I don't know. Are we best served calling that a bolt, vice an arrow because of the length, or are we good with arrow?
I'm calling it an arrow.
Okay, and if they want to change it, they can change it, and be done.
Leave that to Pelican.
Check.
Or, excuse me,
Or
Or
Reef.
Reef, yeah. I mean, did they blazon it an arrow when they sent it up?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so it's got the bits at both ends are suitably prominent so that you can
Yes.
tell, by God, this is one of them that are pointy fly things.
Right. Okay. What I'm trying to do is I don't foresee it having any issues in registration. I just want to know what I might be expecting to see in commentary should it come up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm not sure their excellencies will care whether it's blazoned as a bolt or a coral.
Okay.
You know, I don't think they'll care.
Or an arrow.
Okay.
Yeah, we wanted a nice fat thing so they couldn't complain it was somehow thin line heraldry.
Right.
So that's why it's got this.
No, I love it.
I think it's very clear and identifiable.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Are we ready to move on to item number 4 then?
Hey.
Okay. Name, Nuala de Shetland. We've got Nuala as early modern Irish Gaelic, and de Shetland, and of course early modern Irish Gaelic is anywhere from 13th to 16th century, and then de Shetland we have the spelling Shetland dated to 14th century. So any objections, or shall we?
I have no objections. I just don't know if anybody's going to say anything or not. The stupid thing is that Irish names and Scots names and Gael names and anglicized Irish and still gives me throbbing migraines. But at least I can.
What you have is a Gaelic given name,
Right,
and essentially
an anglicized,
an English locative.
Okay.
I mean,
Definitely within 300 years of each other.
Okay.
right.
And it
so-
allows. Got it.
And so, in the
Okay.
submission, in the discussion on the LOI, make sure you say this combination is permitted under Sena Appendix C.
Check.
And if you cite Sena Appendix A for the formula, well, it's not necessarily. Actually, well, yeah, it is. Actually, is necessary. Is a good idea if you mention it, and that makes it easy for the commenters to go, "Yep, they got it right."
Check.
Instead of having to
Okay. So both Sena A and Sena C
as
is what I'm looking at.
appropriate for the parts. Yes, I mean,
Okay.
it's always a good idea to appropriately cite those appendices on a name to say yes, this name is properly formed, even if it's John Smith.
Check. Nah.
All right. And Gottfried, the way I put it is, I still move my lips when I read Gaelic names.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a German. Go
Yeah.
figure.
All right. Are we ready to move on to item number 5? Oh,
We lost Gita.
Gita, have you? Whoop. Who'd we lose?
There's
Oh.
Gita.
No, she's there.
Everybody's there.
Are you seeing any comments? Anything interesting in on the YouTube comments that we need to?
Nothing so far. Sorry, my computer froze up on me.
Dope.
We can hear you just fine.
Yes.
Okay then. So number 5, new name and new device for Roger of Belbrockton. The Roger is from Withicum. Belbrockton we found in Ekwall. I think we're good as far as language and time period.
curious how close you can get Roger to get a citation for Roger. How close to 1290? This is prospectively gilding a lily, but it's
Yeah.
always a cool thing.
Yeah, I don't bother. I reach a point where I say, yeah, that'll do.
There's nothing. It goes well. It's
Yeah.
just,
Are
if
you
anybody wants to put in a little extra effort to do that, then they're certainly welcome. But
am I hearing a suggestion for a family search documentation that gets it as close to 1290 as possible?
no,
what I'm
because
hearing?
family search isn't going to really go back that far in a reliable way. That tends to be much later.
Check. Okay.
I don't know if Withycombe actually has a dated example of Roger that's back there. My Withycombe is not right to hand.
Yeah, same.
What are the dates for Foster? Because I found names. I have a nice, pretty Foster, but I'm not sure. Yeah, there are dates in Foster. I'm sure I could find a Roger somebody or other in 1290 in Foster.
I got a 1263 in Greene and Wilson. Richard Roger. It's a by name, but 1263.
But it's not a late period by name. It's not a late period English surname. It's a given name.
That's okay. Well, it's a given name being used as a surname.
I'm going to excuse
it may be an
myself.
unmarked patronymic.
I'm going to excuse myself for just a second. Keep on discussing. I'll come back to it. I'll be right back.
All right. I just think that you just don't need to do all this work.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But as I said, there's a lily that needs that wouldn't suffer from a little gilding, but it doesn't require it.
Okay, I just went to Family Search. I've got a documentable 1161 Roger first name. It's an M batch.
Yeah. Goodness. Okay.
Seriously.
So
I'm impressed.
Dorcas, I will send you the link in email.
That's lovely. That is just awesome. I never expected that. Well, good for you. Okay, so shall we discuss the device? This was hand-drawn at the consult table by Kevin McKee. He tends to draw skinny critters, but this is recognizable as a Brock.
I looked at it and went, a badger. And then I looked over and said, yes, that's what it was supposed to be.
Okay.
That drawing is, I don't think if exemplary is maybe overdoing it, but it's
a perfectly fine badger.
Absolutely. Yep. I don't think it will engender any commentary about what the heck is that.
I'm a little disappointed that nobody. Constantia mentioned the cant.
Yep.
But she was there when we did it, so I think maybe that's cheating.
Well, I noticed Brock in the town name and Brock on the device. I did notice it, but here and now.
Yeah, this submitter, his mundane name is Roger, and so he was like, I don't know, Roger somebody, I don't know. And then he saw a badger on some other device, and he said, oh, that's cool, can I have one of those? And then we were looking for Brock something for a surname. So, yeah.
And you found one, and he went, looks good to me.
Yeah. So, and actually, this particular consult happened at his, it was at his first event.
Cool.
Yeah. So, the comment is simply that we're going to forward this to Laurel. There's really nothing to be said. Okay. Shall we move forward to number 6? New badge for Theory Herald's daughter. Fieldless, a lion's jam or semi of strawberries proper. Is that enough strawberries to be semi?
Oh yes,
Oh, yeah.
it is. It is suitably filled with them. I
I was going to say the jam is filled to the brim, but
It has.
You know, if we put more in there, we'd really have to jam them in.
yeah, they'd be jam packed for sure.
and strawberry jam just doesn't work.
Yeah,
That is entirely what she wanted.
it's got enough strawberry jam to be a Swiss roll. I love it.
There is the concern there about, are they bendwise or are they palewise? And the bend.
Well, the jam is kind of bendwise, isn't it?
Yeah, and kind of not.
Well,
Somebody go look at Miss Tolm. Because I am pretty. What I think happened, we had a heraldic artist she'd never drawn heraldry before.
Right.
So she about used up an entire eraser as we kind of nudged her towards a more heraldic style of drawing. And it's like, okay, you know, the erased. Oh, we need the word erased in there. In the blazon.
Yep. Okay.
But anyway, we said draw it like this, and the claws a little more separated, and yes, there's this tuft under the wrist, and so the angle is
a little more tilted than what's in Miss Tolm's jam. Is got a bit of a bendwise tilt to it.
It does.
This has a bit more of a bendwise tilt.
Okay. I am sure that the client will be just fine. If it gets blazoned as bendwise, then I'm sure she will not mind. It is a fieldless badge.
Yeah.
Right.
But
if they come back and say it blurs the line between palewise and bendwise,
well, either which way, I'd have to say, looking at Miss Tolm right now, the way it is, the angles are comparative. Really.
But this really gets to halfway between palewise and bendwise. The one in Miss Tolm is just a little off of palewise, which is
Okay.
not cool. This one leans over more, which
Yeah. Well,
this kind of really needs to be rotated clockwise about
a half a degree.
About 10 degrees or so.
Okay.
It needs to be more at 11 o'clock.
More 11 o'clock or
10.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
no, I'm going to disagree with you all. Draw a diagonal line from corner to corner, and then scoot in your brain, scoot the jam a little bit so that the diagonal line is along the back edge of it. And I think that you'll find that the diagonal, I think that the upper edge of that is a fine diagonal.
Yeah. Well, you can send it up.
Yeah.
And the worst that happens is it comes back with it gets returned for that. I mean,
well, that's the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, more likely we'd get an artist note.
Now, the strawberries are basically aligned along the
axis of the jam. Yeah.
Of the jam, which is good.
Yep.
Right.
So you wouldn't really, if the lion's jam is bendwise, then you probably don't need to describe the orientation of the strawberry separately.
No.
they're yeah.
All right. Well, I'm
Yes.
going to say that we should send it up, and it's just a call for wreath, whether it gets blazoned, whether it's the word pale wise is left out because that's default, or whether they add bend wise because it is, or yes, if they return it. I think it's a call for wreath.
Well, if you can send it up as Bendwise, just to emphasize, I think it's Bendwise because it's clearly not Palewise.
All right.
And then
I
the
think
word erase
that's my
gets in there.
Right.
And they will probably be kvetching.
Brigida, I didn't catch your comment. What?
And make sure the word erased gets in there.
Yes.
Got that. That's in my notes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well then, passing right by the heraldic pickle. All right. Item number 7, name and device for Victoria of Standing Stones. This is a very it's her legal given name. Standing Stones is the shire where she lives.
And we have suitable attestation of the documentation for the name.
Yep.
Yep. She may come along with a better SCA name. If you've been following SCA Herald's email list, she wanted Eliza McCann, and so we're, I think I've managed with some help from other senior heralds. I think I have managed to document McCann or close enough to suit her. But then, when she was discussing her device, she was looking at a bunch of other names. So we just said, let's go with Victoria of Standing Stones, and then you can change it.
Absolutely.
All right. So, all right, we're going to send that up. Now, the device. Her pale azure and argent, a fret throughout, counterchanged.
We don't need to say throughout. It would be presumed to be throughout.
Okay.
If it's not throughout, we need to say so, therefore cooped, but that's not this.
Check.
And if I'm wrong, Reith will fix it.
Well, yeah, and I think, because we did discuss this, and I think the default is cooped. And so who knows?
Yeah. Okay. My sense was otherwise, but
it seems to me that we did discuss it.
Okay.
It was at Crown Tournament, and so I was kind of excited about the other events of the day.
Yeah.
So,
in any case, this is pretty nice armory.
Very nice armory.
Might even earn a nice armory comment.
Yeah.
That is why we wanted her to go ahead and submit it, even though she wasn't quite settled on a name yet.
At least she'll answer to Victoria out of habit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Fret.
Is somebody else looking up what's the default for a fret?
Yeah, I was looking at it. What I'm finding is a fret or lock, not the same thing. And that's default postures, but I don't want postures, do I?
Might.
Well, let's see here. Okay.
All right, let's just Control F, shall we?
Brigida, is there perhaps somebody over on YouTube commenting just madly and loudly? It's like, I know.
No, absolutely nobody. It's crickets over there.
Okay.
The drawing in Mistholm of a fret has it throughout. He doesn't speak of whether he doesn't touch upon the subject, but the only drawing of a fret is throughout.
Well, I think
it looks just like this.
We'll leave the blazon as is, and Reith can change it if he wants to.
Absolutely. People could say take out the throughout. Bruce will probably, Bruce may well chime in.
Yep.
I mean, this is not a critical thing.
Okay. Well, and that is it for this short letter. So I'm going to start at the top and read back my comments. Tell me if I have missed anything. Item 1, name. Gottfried has documented Rauscher as a descriptive byname, thus the article D can be added. And he found, before we started, he found Brechenmacher, volume 2, page 380, and it is definitely within 300 years. The given name and the surname, or descriptive byname in this case, are dated within 300 years. So the combination per appendix C. Anyway, so yeah, I'll mention appendix.
Well, the combination C says it's okay to mix the languages.
Right.
And the 300-year thing is up in Senna somewhere.
Yeah, and even A's got me the feminized form of the surname.
All right,
so.
And appendix C says it's okay.
And that's in the context of German.
Yes.
Yes, that would be good to mention that. No, for German name.
German,
blah.
right? Check.
Yep.
Okay. Number 2, the name. We're going to send it up with no comment, and also number 2, the device. We're going to send it up with no comment.
Cha-ching.
Number 3, the order name. This is a call for Pelican, really, so we're going to send it up as is with fingers crossed. Number 3, the badge. Nobody had any issues at all, so we're just going to send it up. Number 4, the name. We are going to add a comment that the combination is permitted by both Appendix A and Appendix C of CINA. Number 5. What, did you have something I missed?
Well, A gives me the locative de Shetland, correct? And C gives me the Gaelic and English.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
That's where we're going.
All right. Number 5, the name. We're going to send it up without any comment. Number 5, the device. We're also going to send it up without any comment. Number 6, the badge. We're going to add erased to the blazon. So it'll be fieldless, a lion's jamb erased, or semi of strawberries proper. And we're just going to hope for the best as far as whether it's tilted too much or not enough or something.
Are we going to also add in bendwise or just let it fly?
We're just going to let it go, and if Reith wants bendwise in there, then Reith can put it in there.
Okay.
Number 7, the name. We're going to just send it up, and number 7, the device. We're also just sending that up.
Yeah. One advantage to sticking bendwise on the jam is because it is clearly tilted.
Mm-hmm.
If you explicitly say it's bendwise instead of leaving it off and implying it's palewise, that may guide people's thoughts more towards, is it bendwise? Yeah, I guess it's bendwise. Whereas if we don't say bendwise, then I go, well, it's not palewise, and then they might think a little more carefully about what they say next.
That lets the camel's nose under the tent flap.
And some of the camels are pretty sneaky already. But,
oh yeah.
No point to making it too easy for them.
So it's erased, bendwise, or
bendwise erased. Oh, that's what flows off my tongue. I don't know. A lion's jam, bendwise, erased, or.
Put both words in there, and if the order is funny, it'll get swapped.
Check.
Okay. So, yes, you have persuaded me to add the word bendwise. So, the lion's jam is erased, and then it's bendwise.
I think so.
That's why I think it. All
Good
right.
enough.
I
Okay.
just know the color goes last. All right. Well, that is it for this particular letter. Nobody has
Nothing at the chat.
Okay. Nobody has raced in here to add comments. You know, even while we're online doing this. There was one a couple of months ago, and Sophia was actively commenting on the letter, and she didn't know that the commentary, she didn't pay attention. She never attends commentary meetings or decision meetings. So she was actively commenting because it was a Russian name. And then when the letter closed at midnight, she was surprised. So, but yeah, I'm going to go back and I leave the letter open. I set the letter so they don't close before the meeting, because what I like to do is go back and just put a one-line summary of the decision as the last comment in the on a given item.
Because you don't have for a regular letter of intent, there's a place where the sovereign can put their preliminary decision stuff, and some of us can see it during the meetings, but you don't have that in the garden. So yeah, that's huh?
Not that I know of. So
right. So what you're doing is that's an excellent idea.
I find it practical.
And practical, yes.
Okay, so also something that we discussed a little bit before the meeting got started, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we say this live in the recording. The fourth Monday of December is the 25th. And I'm thinking people might not be interested in doing an internal decision meeting on the 25th of December. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to decide that the internal decision meeting for December will be Tuesday, the 26th. Okay, Brigida has a thumbs up. Davi's not on, but I happen to know that December 25th doesn't mean a whole lot to him either. So
we're good. Do I still get to wear the red hat with the white fuzz? I'll leave it. Hey.
Yeah, you have given me I know what I'm wearing. So
I didn't realize it was going to be a costume party.
Oh yeah.
I either will or will not show up as according to whether I'm paying attention at the time.
Okay.
There's no obvious reason why that would prevent me from showing up.
All right. Well then, I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. Thank everybody. Thank you all for attending. Like I say, the internal decision meeting for December will be a little bit different. It will be on Tuesday, the 26th, instead of Monday, December 25th. And with that, thank you all for coming, and I'm going to click stop.